Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and it's Brick Haul O'Clock with a package from bricklink.com, a t-shirt, and a package from a wonderful subscriber. Okay, so lots to be getting on with. Let me get organised. I'm going to put the package to one side. I'm going to quickly show you my packed and stacked t-shirt, which arrived from the merch provider recently. I always get one when I design one just to see what they look like, make sure they're up to the right quality, and so I can wear it if I ever go out in public. So there we go, that's that, available on the links at the bottom. But otherwise, I think I need to start with this, which is a package sent by a subscriber from the USA, specifically Kersey, Pennsylvania, which I don't know, but I'm thinking is not near the coast or near the cities from a quick glance at the map. And look at these wonderful stamps. I know this isn't a stamp channel, but wow, what an absolute fantastic array there. And my favourite is this K2SO one, because he's my favourite droid from Star Wars. So I might have to try and save that stamp, or maybe all of them actually, but I'm not going to start another collection, don't worry. So I need to get in this, and it said do not bend all over it, so I'm going to be very careful myself. It doesn't look like it was bent, but I think cutting into it is probably the safest option. So the question is, what's inside? So we've got more packaging, looks like. Must be very fragile indeed. Let's try and just check there's nothing else in this. No, I've got everything that I need to, so I just need to open the next set of packaging, which is cardboard. It's either going to be stickers or photos, I'm thinking, or maybe both. Ooh. So that is most of it. It's very hard to get all this out. Here we go. Right, so this is from Magical Bricks, and they have sent, don't know what that is. They have sent a 90 years of play kind of brochure. That's a bit odd. Okay, but thank you very much. It's a collector's edition, I suppose. So yeah, very nice. Hopefully I didn't just show your address. Oh, we've got a letter. Lovely. And then another envelope full of stickers. So that's why we couldn't bend the package. But I'll do the letter first of all before I get onto that. Hello, Robin Hood Bricks. My name is Nick and I'm from the US. Hi, Nick. I've been watching you for a few years and figured I would send you a few sticker sheets for your mocks. I also included a collector's edition 90 years of play. That's that catalogue that I believe is exclusive to the United States. Well, I don't really collect catalogues, but I'm going to have a look. I mean, it's quite nice, isn't it? So I'll have a good rummage through that. It might bring back some real serious pangs of nostalgia. That I believe is exclusive to the United States. Yeah, I said that. I also threw in a business card and a sticker of my Bricklink store. All right, so that's your Bricklink store's logo. And your Bricklink store is Magical Bricks. So that is good to know. I don't often buy from the States because the postage to the UK is horrific, but I'm sure a lot of people here watching are from the US. If you ever need any pieces, let me know. I'm currently working with FedEx Express to be able to offer express worldwide shipping. Thanks for the videos. Keep up the good work, Nick. Wow, well, thanks very much, Nick. That's really very generous of you. Very nice to receive, and this is quite thick feeling, so I think we've got quite a few in here. So here we go. Yep, that's all of them. So the first ones that leap out immediately are from the sticker pack. Now there have been a few pilfered here, but that's absolutely fine. They look a bit like the sheets that I've got, but there's loads of good ones there still. Still fancy using all of those in my exotic pet shop, and then all these ones that go on 2x3 tiles I've used. So they'll be good to get even on more walls around my city for advertising the rock festival and concert and so on. Or I can even have another pet store type sign for my exotic pet shop. Yeah, street names. People suggest I put street names on. I'm not that fond of that, to be honest, just because everyone's got the same names then, haven't they? More signs there. I've used most of the bakery ones and toy shop ones already, but I could always use more. And then some nice hazard stripes, post-it note ones. I'm planning to use those on my double modular. I don't think that's a spoiler. And a map and arrows and all sorts. So yeah, loads of really good stuff there. Then we have, what do we have here? Oh, that'll be very useful for Under the Sea. More logos with the hammerhead shark on. and that 64 that I've been using every which way. So I could make, I don't know, a 94 or a 49 or a goodness knows what else. 69, yep. Then this is from it's from the one Mrs. Hood's got. I've just gone blank. The Queer Eye set, that's right. So we've got loads of lovely healthy foods and some, that must be a door or a window or a fridge or something, that one. But anyway, there's that. Oh, it's a blackboard, is it, for ideas, right? Yeah, so sort of ideas board. We've got a mirror one. That'll be very useful. That's really timely, actually. That is really timely. I need a mirror. In fact, in that box over there, I think will be a few pieces with mirrors on them, because I was trying to get a mirror. So you just saved me the bother. And I got a couple because basically I didn't know what the quality would be like. Oh, wow. 3 more of those. Oh, this is great. This is great because then I can put one of these big logos on all those different yellow sort of sections I've got all at the different angles for my undersea base, because I didn't really have enough. But now I've got absolutely loads, and loads for some sort of caution panels as well. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, sometimes it's just great to get something, an absolute bulk, to be able to get the best out of it. And 4 more sheets of that is brilliant. Oh, and there's the rest of the Queer Eye set. Well, if I hadn't worked it out already, then that would definitely be the telling part, wouldn't it? So we've got a few patterns, which must be for like scatter cushions or something. We've got the Fab logo. Fab 4 is that? Or 5? I don't know. Anyway, Fab logo. The Yas Queen type logo. And then I think that's on the TV. It must be a very, very big widescreen TV for that to be minifigure scale. But that's cool. And the fact it's in black and white, so they've actually, could be said to be yellow skin tone for my city, then I thought I could even use that. So maybe I'll put that on a massive widescreen and put that in my TV store. Yeah, because I doubt Mrs. Hood would give me hers. So there we go. I keep asking her to do a little update where she's got to with that, but she's very busy. And then we've got some Halloween stuff. I think this came off a tractor pull. But these cobweb wood pieces will be very useful. So yeah, a good select set of stickers there, but really good and well chosen ones, I think, because I think these are all going to be very useful in Brick Nottingham. So yeah, not just some random offcuts, but some well thought out stickers. So thank you very much, Nick. Right, I'm going to put all of this to one side. I'm going to pick up Giant Robin, who toppled over when I shoved a box into him. And then we can get on to this, which is going to have quite a few ordinary pieces in, rather than just sort of specialist ones, because I'm collecting for my double modular, which is a series that is going to last absolutely ages, because I think my original mock modular was about 10 episodes or something, and that was just 1 base plate, and this is 2. I mean, it's going to be, this wide, and it's 3 stories high, so it's absolutely massive, and it's going to go on that large building site that's kind of next to the station, but a bit towards the airport, that's got all the diggers on at the moment, so I'll have to move them as well. But yeah, that is just going to be really big. It's got loads and loads of different things going on in it. I don't want to give too many spoilers just yet. There's a profile picture of it all sort of blacked out on my community feed if you have access to that tab, so you can check out what the outline of it looks like. But that will be coming soon. But I need a few things. I need this order here. I also need a bricks and pieces order. And that one, I have no idea when it's going to arrive. It depends kind of on the queue, I guess, how long that's going to be. So, yeah, when that arrives, I can get started. So, what do we got? We've got 2 great big bags of pieces. Oh, let's get rid of this box. And it just reminds me, actually, another thing I've got to my side here is this great big beast. This is something else I got this week. I don't usually include sort of sets that I've got on hauls, but I was quite impressed with this. I've been wanting it for a while, but I didn't get it initially, and it was only available on back order as a result. But if you don't know, it's the Batmobile Tumbler, set 76239. And that's the one with the Scarecrow, who I think I'll be able to use as well, because he's only got flesh-coloured hands, and that'll be an easy swap. But yeah, this is huge. So I was sort of thinking it wouldn't really work in Brick Nottingham, because it's going to take, well, both sides of the street at once. But I kind of couldn't resist. It's just incredibly good. And usually this sort of set wouldn't be minifigure scale, so I like it. So whether it'll go in Brick Nottingham or not, I'm not sure. And I've already got a Batman figure on top of the City Hall next to the Bat Signal. So I was thinking, oh, I'd have to take him off there to put him in here because no one else should be driving this. But then when they give you this, they give you a second head, and they give you this zombie Batman head. So anyway, so that's who's driving this one. So I imagine that's one of these alternate realities where everyone turns into a zombie type thing. I don't know anything about DC. I did remember that it's not Marvel and it is DC, so you should be quite proud of me just for that. But do explain to me what and who Zombie Batman is, apart from just Batman bitten by a zombie, because I've figured that much out myself. And you will also notice on here that I have made it right-hand drive so it can be safe for UK roads, because Batman's from the UK, isn't he? I mean, Gotham Hall, the real life one, is actually in Nottingham, if you didn't know, that they use in the, well, not all of the movies, but some of them. So, yeah, you can actually visit there and walk around it with a dog or something like that if you want, if you live in Nottingham. So anyway, that's safe for UK roads, so I can put it on and it'll just be piloted by a zombie. But yeah, pretty cool set. Wasn't worth a full review. Been done before. I'll put that with my t-shirt over there. Right, so where to start with this? I guess we'll just tip out one of these large bags and start sifting through it. So yeah, as I say, a lot of it's just really straightforward parts, stairways, door frames and all the rest of it, just for a regular normal build. These are strangely hard to get hold of. It's just a 1x6x5 panel, but in reddish brown. I need one for the backdrop for a sign for my double modular, and essentially, well, it's only ever been in 2 sets. One of them's that Nintendo Entertainment System 71374, and well, I don't think anyone's parting that out just because of the cost of it. So yeah, really hard to get hold of, but I found a vendor with one. Another hard to get part is this green door. I've been trying to collect these for absolutely ages, and I finally got my 4th one. Because they were only available on the one set, being the 6244 Armada Sentry from 1996. And I finally now got 4, so I can make up what I want to do, which is kind of 2 warehouse doors next to each other as kind of a warehouse facade at my harbour, because I just love the colour and shape and sort of texture of them. Yeah, I was initially in the market for 2, but then I leapt straight from 1 to 3. When I had 3, well, I needed a 4th, didn't I? So there we go. There is that. Very happy with that. So that looks like standard bricks, pretty much the rest of that. And you'll notice there's a lot of different colours in here. We've got oranges, dark turquoises, and, well, all the sort of regular Lego colours. And that's because I've really tried to make my double modular very bright this time. I mean, it's not quite Friends, cacophony of colours. I always think they're just far too loud. But, I have got a lot of different colours in there. You see, here's a dark pink. There's medium blue. And they're all going to be used together. So I'm kind of hoping that it all pulls together into one sort of cohesive, great big bright building, rather than looking like an absolute mess. And I guess the proof will be in the pudding of that. It's very hard to work out ahead of time whether that will be the case or not. Anyway, another quite interesting part is these kind of rock pieces that have been in a few sort of space sets, usually sort of as some space rocks or something, but this is the dark orange colour, and they were used in the 80109 Lunar New Year Ice Festival set from 2022, and I kind of wanted to replicate that cellar, the vendor of these things, for my fairground. And I thought it was quite a good idea, having a big drum where they were kind of being cooked and made, and then people sort of munching them out and about in the fairground. And I thought that these were supposed to be toffee apples. That is an apple, a real life apple that you kind of dip into toffee. And to be honest, they're quite hard to eat, aren't they? And they're not even that good, if you ask me. But nonetheless, I thought that was a really good idea. But then when I sort of Googled that set and the description for it, it said that they were sweet potatoes. So I'm a bit confused as to why that would be a treat. Though I do like sweet potatoes. But anyway, clearly that's a Chinese thing, a delicacy or a specialty that they do. But I'm thinking that that could be a very generously dunked toffee apple. So tell me what you think. I will need to put some sort of a handle on it, unless I just clip it to minifigures' hands. I don't know. But either way, it does kind of look like fast food. So I've got a few of those. There's 3 that I can see straight off. Good. That is going to be finishing off that advert that I've got for the airport that I need to stick to the back of a building. This is quite interesting. It's one of those sort of candle pieces, but in black. And I haven't had any of these before. And I just saw them in one build where they were kind of used as the silencer for a gun. And I thought, well, that's got the super secret police written all over it. Because they want to silence their weapons so they didn't get caught out so much. So basically, you just slip that on the end of any old gun you like, really. And wow, it looks like it's suppressed now. That looks very vicious indeed, doesn't it? So yeah, I really like that. So I got a couple of those. Maybe I'll have some super secret police snipers on a roof or something like that. I don't know. Maybe aiming at some completely innocent people because of their gross incompetence. So anyway, that's, a really good piece. That's worked rather well, if you ask me. These are for Under the Sea. Yep, I can't help myself. Whenever I go to any store, I kind of look for parts for that. And these are in, I don't know if that's trans neon yellow or just trans, I suppose it must be. But basically, getting a clump of those as a plant will be quite interesting. And if they do fluoresce under UV light, then I guess it will go on the darkest and deepest depths. That's quite hard to say. Deepest and darkest depths. Oh, third time lucky. Right. So yeah, loads of interesting parts. These flower parts are not going to be flowers. But yeah, I think that's all the interesting stuff in that bag. Then we've got big bag number 2. So I'll keep the smaller bag that was in there to one side. Then, wow, lots of good stuff in here. So yes, you'll notice, first of all, that I've bought more of these things that I keep saying I'll stop buying. I'm clearly very ill and I need help. 6 more of those. Yep, can't stop myself. I'm going to have the most of those in a cabinet that's ever been done in the entire universe, I'm sure, by the end of this. There's a couple of palm leaves. A couple of eagle-eyed people saw those on the outline of my, the very top of my double modular, these leaves. So yes, they are built into it, but is it a sign? Is it an actual tree? What's on the top there? Who knows? You will find out in the coming weeks and months on Robin Hood Bricks. Modified bricks, plates, bricks. Oh golly, look at that stack of 1x1s. Yeah, I'm absolutely burning through things like this. Really normal pieces. I wanted this just for the panel, but it comes with a really nice sticker from the Grand Hotel. So this is the 41101 Heart Lake Grand Hotel from 2015. And this particular window is at the top right tower of that. I'm not entirely certain that that sticker's on the right side of this, but I don't know that build very well. And it's kind of a shame when you've got a really nice sticker like this on a panel to take it off. But that was the idea, because I wanted this for the piece underneath. Ooh, I don't know. Well, I'll think about that. And if I like that sticker and it is quite centrally placed, but not perfect, then maybe I'll try and find another one in some other build that I've already got and borrow it from there. But there's that. That's quite nice. Got a couple of minifigures. Now, inspired by the castle that's coming out soon, I thought I'd get this cool wizard, because look at his sort of printed stars hat. That's pretty cool. And his trousers, he's got some potions and whatnot on there. And I kind of thought, well, what does a castle need? Loads and loads of wizards, doesn't it? So this one is the Good Wizard that was in the set 5614 from 2008. And that is the castle fantasy era, as you might imagine. Yeah, I just really like him. I really like the colour of him, this sort of kind of grey blue. It's sand blue, I suppose, isn't it, officially? But yeah, he's just really nice. So yeah, kind of inspired by that castle, though I won't be getting it very soon, I don't think. I mean, there's no rush because I'm not going to incorporate it in my city. And well, I think 1,000,001 channels will be reviewing it. So I'll probably get it in due course when there's a better promotion, or maybe nearer Christmas, because I've been buying quite a lot recently. And well, without a good promotion, I want a gift with purchase as well if I'm going to be spending that much. So there's him, very much like him. Here's another one. Very, very different. This is a character called Jet Jack. And she, I think, comes with kind of a jetpack, as you might imagine, called Jet Jack, and is an Ninjago character, and is in 2 sets, including 70650, Destiny's Wing from 2018, which is a very cool kind of steampunk sort of futuristic-y plane, I think. Almost one that I could put in my city. But I just really liked her sort of futuristic glasses, her sort of gritted teeth with what looks like braces on or something like that, and her face paint. And it kind of got me thinking again about my biker gangs that I was going to use in Brick Nottingham. And maybe I'd have a really rough biker gang that looked very scary indeed, and were kind of almost a bit Mad Maxy. So I thought, basically, if I was going to get a Mad Max biker gang, this person would be ideal for it. And then a few more Ninjago characters from the same range, the name of which I've forgotten. But anyway, there's a few more of them who look like this, and they've all got sort of, chains and all sorts of spikes and all sorts of things all over them. So yeah, this is a really good start with this Mohican and this kind of back head print to show some sort of stubble. So I think she's absolutely perfect to start off that gang, and they could be terrorising the poor innocent citizens of Brick Nottingham. Oh, stand there. There we go. A couple of these shorter versions of the corrugated pipes that I've used for my Ghostbusters sort of firing streams. Don't cross the streams. And I figured I'd just use these under the sea. They're a lot shorter, so I could use them either for plants or maybe for jellyfish tentacles or something like that. But there's two more of those. I think I had one already. Some old grey bricks. These won't be for my double modular. These will be for another build that is inspired kind of by the castle being released. So, we had the classic space ship being released soon. And I may be getting that as well, but no hurry as well. And that kind of inspired my classic space build, which I did on that train carriage with the space hoppers. And the castle being released has kind of inspired me to do something similar in a castle theme, but very much a retro theme. And that's why I need some old grey. And that'll match my castle, because my castle's done in the proper way with old grey and all the rest of it. That's another old grey piece. And here are, for that build, some more of these Technic plates, 2x8 with the holes. So they'll be very useful. And slopes for that. Oh, that's quite interesting. So we've got a rock piece just with the Atlantis logo on. And that's probably the only one that I would be buying now. I've got quite a few of these, but this one with the sticker is extra good, I think. So that is from the Atlantis set, City of Atlantis, 7985. From 2011, which is a really nice sort of one with a temple. But I can just have these scattered around, so there's the odd logo sort of hinting at Beasties Beyond underneath my C. Then what else have we got? All sorts of normal bricks and plates. Now this is quite interesting. So, do you ever do a thing where basically you think, well, that's quite expensive, I'm not sure I want that, and then you put it in your basket just to sort of, I don't know, defer the decision and decide later, and then you forget that you did that, and then you just buy the whole basket. So basically, I bought these by accident because they were quite pricey. I think they're about, over £1 each, which is, I think I would have taken them out had I remembered. And I've got 4 of them. So basically I spent about £5 buying these 4 pieces, which is ridiculous, really, isn't it? It's not the sort of thing I usually do. And that's why it genuinely is an accident. And I kind of bought these to help me do facades around my harbour, because they're very interesting bricks, being these kind of, I don't know, slopes, but with the studs on the side. And they're kind of used with a plate that's 4 wide, or longer actually. In fact, it'll have to be longer, won't it? So probably 6 wide, so maybe I should use it that way then. And can be clipped on to create a kind of roof with an overhang, and maybe have a gutter underneath there or something for the top of the building. And obviously you can make it as long as your plate. So essentially I can have some nice sloped bobbly roofs, or maybe put some cheese wedge pieces on there to make it sort of have shingles or tiles or something. And it'd look really interesting. So I kind of really like the idea of it, and I'm kind of glad I've got them. So I'm not, regretting it as such. But wow, I really didn't mean to spend that much on them. And they were in only 2 sets in this colour at least. Set 6277, the absolutely wonderful Imperial Trading Post from 1992 being one of them. But yeah, so that part number, if you're interested, is 6044. Very expensive, but very cool and useful, I think, especially for facades, because I can have that right against the wall, and then, still have a nice sloping roof at a slightly different angle than regular slopes. Cool. Now here are my mirror pieces. that I was mentioning when I got that wonderful sticker from Nick that I'm probably going to use instead. So here was one, and I thought, well, these stickers don't often move incredibly well when you use my patented hot tea technique, because, well, they sometimes, the marks of you pulling them off make their way through to the front. But there is a 1x2x2 panel, which was in the Heartlake Shopping Mall, 41058. Which is quite appropriate for where I was considering using it. And they were in the Salon in that set of 2014. So there's that option. Then there was this option, which, you see, that's already got some damage to it at the top there where it's sort of come up. I mean, it might go down, it might be salvageable, but again, it's not necessarily going to survive being moved. But that is a nice round one at least. Again, not centrally placed. And that was on another friend set, 41009. Andrea's Bedroom from 2013. So I could use that, or probably, let's face it, the new one that I got from Nick. I do quite like this round one, so I think I will try and salvage that first. Cool. What else is good in here? This. So this is kind of a digger scoop, but it's very much the old sort of style of it. And in black, it was only ever in one set. And that's the absolutely fabulous Catapult 6030 from 1984, which is the catapult that the Black Falcons used to, smash in the Lion Castle, amongst other things, alongside that siege tower that was also a really cool set of the same era. So this is the bucket for the ammunition, so you can actually, hit one side and it catapults off. So that, I think, you'll have guessed it now, is part of the new castle-inspired builds that I'm going to be doing to sort of augment the castle when I finally get it, that's been released this year. So we've got a wizard, a catapult, and some bricks in old grey for all of that. Right, so the rest looks relatively straightforward. Lots of bricks, lots of plates, all different colours, blue, yellow, orangey yellow, orange, green, more dark turquoise. Yep, absolutely every colour under the sun. And then we've got another good bag full of small bits. Wow, absolutely tons. Lots of tiles in white. They look like they need a good clean. Flags in green. That's just to do the sort of pennants, I suppose you'd call them, for the Black Falcons on that catapult. I mean, they're kind of blue, but they always had, the uniform is blue. But if you look at the picture for that catapult, they always had a green and white pennant. So, yeah, hey-ho, I'm going to stick with that. I quite like it for nostalgia value. Oh, now this is interesting. This is a little computer screen, kind of on a hinged sort of flappy panel piece. Yeah, I suppose that's the technical term for it. And I just really liked it. Oh, what does it say? Golly, I can't really read that. You'll be able to read that on the screen better than I can read it over the top. In fact, I can read it on the screen a bit better. But not well enough. Oh, wanted for Grand Theft Pizza? That's quite funny. So this is from the set 6740 Extreme Tower from 2002, where it's based in that control tower at the top there. And what I don't get about that set is, are the Extreme guys stuntmen? Or are they sort of extreme sports players, or are they actually crime fighters? Answers in the comment section. I'm sure they had a cartoon at the time. Anyway, they seem to in that set be chasing somebody who's stolen a pizza. That massive, great, huge crime compared with what everyone else in Brick Nottingham's getting up to. But anyway, yeah, I just liked that because it was different, and I'll try and find a brick that I can attach it to and use it in some control centre somewhere. Maybe in my Ultra Agents mobile base. I think it'd be perfect for there. Yes, but that is a long way off. Tentacles for Under the Sea, just a couple of different colours. A shield here for the Evil Knight with that boar head on it. That is from the Series 7 Evil Knight. I'm kind of army building those, so sometimes they're available in stores without the shield. So if I see the shield on its own for a reasonable price, I'll get that. Fan for Under the Sea. Those sort of frilly purple flowers for the climbing plant up the side of my hospital. Every time I get some of these, I just stick on another flower onto that. Soon it'll be absolutely caked. I mean, it's fairly caked already, but, I'll add one every time I get a new one. Ah, now that's a mistake. That's not right. So this is a kind of spiky club in dark brown, and I was getting this either for that Whack a Frog game, or maybe for the kind of trolls. Are they no, Cyclopses rather, that I've got riding the dinosaurs for maybe an underground scene or something like that. But this one would have come with the Series 5 Cave Woman. But what I actually ordered was the much bigger one, which is about twice the length and about 4 times the size, which trolls would use in the sort of fantasy castle sets. So that's like in set 7097, Trolls Mountain Fortress from 2009. And they're much bigger, really comically big. And though I don't have any of those trolls to wield them, I thought it'd be really funny if somebody just had a massive, great big club for either a scene at the Whack a Frog game or even for those Cyclopses. So, yeah, they look identical, to be fair to the seller here in the catalogue. Absolutely identical, except for the size. So, sadly, I think I've paid about £1 for this one because the bigger one's a lot rarer and more expensive. So, might have to have words on that. So, there we go. Here's a nice tile from lots of retro sets, 2x2 with this yellow arrow on. I always think of it as being on the monorail, but it was also on loads of space sets, in that phase after Classic Space where they were sort of bringing in white, like 6750, Sonic Robot from 1986, which had light and sound. And what a revelation that was when you were about, well, I can't remember how old I was then, or I'm not going to say. I probably could work it out. But yeah, that's on the little seats there. But a really nice thing, and I'm going to be using that in my double modular as well. I just needed one more. But yeah, light and sound, and it made a horrible pitch, sort of neenor, which was good on a police or fire vehicle, but less good in space. But anyway, this is interesting. The door to a kind of container box with the Coast Guard logo on, so I really like that. That came in 7044 Rescue Chopper from 2004, which looks pretty cool, actually, that chopper. It has 2 of these in that set, but I've only got 1 in this order, sadly. Somebody else must have ordered the other one. And I think the sticker does need slightly repositioning, you know how. And I just thought that was a really nice addition to my Coast Guard station, because I've actually got a locker in the kind of office bit of that. So I'll just swap the door off for this one, and it'll have the Coast Guard logo on it as well. Sweet! So that'll be a nice little improvement. I'm always up for permanently trying to add little things to improve on all my builds all the time, including suggestions from you guys. Oh, now I've wanted this for a while. It's very hard to get, actually. It's kind of some shoulder pads with a head hole and the initial Z or Z for Zurg. So this is the baddie in Toy Story, of course. And Zurg came in 7593, Buzz's Star Command spaceship from 2010. In minifigure form. He's come in other forms over the years, but that is the sort of most appropriately sized one for my city. And that set is nowhere near as good as the recent one, is it, with Buzz Lightyear in it? But yeah, this is a piece that hasn't been since replicated. And I've already got Zurg's torso, with incredibly long arms. So I can put that on there. Now, I'm certain I've got the head. I can't find it. I'm going to have to look around. I've got quite a few bags that it could be an unsorted minifigure part. So that's what I think that is. So I think the only bit now I need, which I think I might even have on another order, is the sort of big, tall, 3-tool kind of slope piece, which I've kind of got in black in half size. So it'll kind of be really imposing. Kind of that height, and I thought I would use him, even though he's kind of kind of a totally different universe from Brick Nottingham. I thought I'd use him in my eventual Alien Cantina because he looks very different and he's very menacing. And as you know, I really like collecting all the baddies from all these lines. So yeah, I think he'll be absolutely fantastic. So yeah, really happy to have him. Right, let's have a rummage through the rest of this. I don't think. Oh yes, now I could have easily missed that. But look at that. It's a Nexo Knights 1x2 tile with a kind of monster kind of tearing through a page. And that's because it's from one of the wonderful books that are in a lot of those sets. And this one is actually the inside pages from the Book of Evil, which is the purple one that came in the 70317 4-Trek set from 2016, which has got to be my favourite Nexo Knights set. It's silly in that Castle is on tracks, but isn't that also the coolest thing you ever saw? I mean, if you look at that and you aren't sort of cheered up, then, well, you're not a proper Lego fan, if you ask me, because that is just silly, but brilliant at the same time. So, yeah, I don't have the Book of Evil cover or back part, but I thought this page would be good in, yes, from a few previous haul, the Book of Chaos. Open its pages. Yep, so we're going to open the Book of Chaos. Look away if you're scared. And I had put in this sort of Stranger Things type sticker in there, and we can remove that now. Ooh, and put in the contents of the Book of Evil. I think I will be looking out for the pages for the actual Book of Chaos in due course, but that is definitely an improvement. So, yeah, the Book of Chaos. Beware its messages. Anyway, so that's a really good, nice tile to have as well. Cool. Ba, 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 ba. We've got a harpoon gun. Lots of different tiles for the modular. Yeah, no. Oh, that's interesting. So we've got a head here, kind of with a red balaclava on, and well, that's what it is really. It's usually used as a Ferrari employee in a sort of pit lane or something like that, but it's also used as Spider-Man, or the wrestling Spider-Man, when he starts out in set 1375, Spider-Man wrestling scene from 2002, which is actually a studio set where they're actually filming Spider-Man. And I just thought, well, it'll either be, I don't know, somebody in my Arctic scene, or maybe somebody at the Comic-Con, or well, all sorts of things really. So it was cheap, so I got it. So there we go. Fantastic. I might stick it on Zerg for now. Right, well, that was a pretty fantastic haul, if you ask me. Mostly pieces that are a bit standard, but they're absolutely fundamental. But also a wonderful set of stickers from Nick. Thanks very much for that and your letter, Nick. Don't forget the tumbler. And don't forget my awesome Packed and Stacked t-shirt. Available now. Well, that was a wonderful haul, and a very necessary one, because we need all those pieces, as I keep saying, for my double modular. I think I've given a few clues surreptitiously in the middle of all of that for those who are guessing what it is. I think a lot of you have already guessed, but we'll be starting that as soon as that Bricks and Pieces order arrives. But yeah, lots of other little interesting things, like our interior Book of Chaos, or our locker there for other builds that we've already done. And these stickers from Nick will be really useful, especially under the sea. So very happy with those. Thanks again, Nick. And if you want to send something in like he did to the channel, you can, to the usual address, and we'll get to that in a future brick haul. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome LEGO videos. And if you value this channel, there are many ways in which you can support it. Do check out the links in the description below and help me afford interesting but expensive mistakes like this. And next time on Robin Hood Bricks, we'll be doing a mock build on Friday, another mock build on Monday. Don't know what yet. I'll try and stay off the trains because we've been a bit train heavy recently. And then another brick haul on Wednesday. And I'm a bit vague just because, well, I don't know what pieces are going to arrive when, and I really want to get started on my double modular. So until all of that, whatever we get up to, see you! None shall pass!